Hey guys, so today's video, a story time video, was the first day of Vlogmas. In that vlog, I was shopping at Walmart and an incident happened to me where I was discriminated against in the fitting room. I did post a little bit of that footage in that vlog and I told you guys I was going to make a dedicated video. So I'm sitting down today to talk to you about that incident. So before I continue on, I just want to let you know that the footage will be in this video and I'm going to elaborate on every aspect of the situation when it comes to like the legal aspects, exactly what happened that day, and just really everything. I want you guys to have just a full picture. The reason I didn't post this video sooner is because I'm exploring my legal options. So that's why I held off from making the video, because I didn't want to do anything that was going to get me in trouble. I just take them and I bottle them up and I don't let them affect me. I take them for what they're worth and I just move on. Like, that's just the kind of person I am. But this situation affected me so much, and the fact that it's not something that just affects me, it's discrimination. It's not something that should be taken lightly or that should continue to happen, because discrimination and people being accepted for who they are is just something that's really important to me, and the fact that that was violated just makes me super mad. But now I can talk about it and I can tell you guys exactly what happened and kind of put the situation to rest. Whatever transpires, I will revisit the topic at a later time. So why don't we start off with exactly what happened that day. If you guys watched that vlog, you know I was trying to do some Christmas shopping. I had to get some things at Walmart, but also to get into the festive spirit. I was browsing around for like ugly Christmas sweaters and clothing, and really I was just shopping. That's what I was doing. And I found this sweater in the men's section, along with a few other things from both the ladies section, the plus size section, and the pajama section. And I proceeded to the change room to try these things on. I have an armful of things. I believe there was 6 items or so, 3 of which were sweaters that were not plus size. They were my size, but they weren't plus size, like they weren't in the plus size section. I had 1 shirt from the plus size section and then like a onesie that was just in, I think, just the pajama section of, I don't remember exactly where that was, but it was my size. None of these things are like underwear or things that I shouldn't be trying on. I went to the lady who works at the change room. First things first, she was super rude to me and the other girl who was standing at the counter. Just straight up ignorant and just really just had a really bad like vibe going on about her, like a really like salty, bitter aura. Like, it was just weird. I didn't understand, but I was like, whatever, I'm just here to try on my clothes, not here to get into a fight with anyone. I said, hello, these are the items I have. I'd like to try them on, please. So this is what she tells me.
Sorry, I'm just really confused. What were you asking me not to do?
Just don't try to push it.
So I don't understand.
Like, try to put on something that is obviously not going to fit. That's all I'm asking.
I don't understand though.
Don't stretch it.
Don't stretch it.
Yeah,
right.
That's all right. I'm not trying to be impertinent or anything.
Right.
So I said to her, okay, I won't try the sweater on, but I am still going to buy it, so I'd like to take it into the fitting room with me. She said, as long as you don't try it on. And I'm thinking to myself, you cannot tell me what I am allowed to try on. Obviously, I went to the change room and I tried it on. She wasn't right there with me. So instantly I was taken back and I was just like, what? Did this just happen? Like, what? Another thing I might add, as we were walking to the change room, she was letting me in. There was stuff in the change room from the person before me, and she says to me, okay, when you're done in here, bring everything in the change room out. And I kind of looked at her like, that's your job. I am not cleaning up after somebody else. I have no problem hanging the stuff I tried on back on the hangers and bringing it out to you. Not a problem. I am more than happy to do that, but I'm not doing your job for you. I'm not cleaning up the change room for you. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. So I proceeded in the change room, tried on my stuff. There was 2 crop top sweaters and they were really, really cute, but I have enough crop tops and I was like, I cannot. So I passed on the crop top sweaters. I tried on the Christmas sweater, the one that she had the issue with me trying on, and it was so incredibly cute. It was like a little elf sweater. Honestly, the details aren't even important, but it was from the men's section. I believe it was a men's extra large, so obviously my size, like it fit me fine. So I put that on the hanger and I was like, this is a maybe. So I tried on the onesie, which you guys also saw in my Vlogmas day 1. I tried that on and I was just like, no, this is hands down the cutest thing ever. So I said, no, I'm gonna get that instead of the sweater. And I said to her, excuse me, what were you trying to say to me before? Because at this point there was a few people standing around and I wanted other people to hear what was going on, so it's not like I'm making the story up. First of all, I have it on video, but I just wanted the people around me to be aware of the situation. Don't try to force yourself into clothing that's clearly not gonna fit. After she repeated everything she had said, I said to her, did you know that that's discrimination? Because maybe she didn't know. And she goes, I'm just trying to protect our clothes. I said, but you can't discriminate against people because you're trying to protect your clothes. I said, if I came here wanting to try on a dog collar, you couldn't refuse me of that. She said, well, it's the policy and blah, 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 blah. It's Walmart policy. I have to protect our clothing at all costs. And I'm like, that is extremely disrespectful. And not only did this happen to me, there were 2 people who wanted to try on sweaters, and I guess they appeared as though they might identify as males. I don't know them personally, so I have no idea, but they had women's sweaters that they'd like to try on, and she refused to let them try the sweaters on, and she said to them, I can't let you try these sweaters on because you're men and these are women's sweaters. You are not allowed to try on women's sweaters because that's not what you are. You are men. She repeated this to me and I'm like, I wish I was recording at this point. I wasn't, because that was just like disgusting. So her saying that kind of just reaffirmed that she wasn't just slipping up and like said something, put her foot in her mouth. She's straight up rude and she's straight up discriminating against myself over what I look like, against these other people based on what they look like. So after this happened, I took my stuff that I was getting, took my cart, went to customer service, and I asked to speak to the manager. So I spoke to the manager, and I'm not going to say her name, and I explained what happened, and I said not only did it happen to me and I got it on video, but it happened to 2 other people and they were discriminated against. They were denied trying on items based on their gender. I was denied trying on items based on my size. That's not okay. That is discrimination. You can't discriminate against someone and tell them they're not allowed to try something on because of their size, their gender, their sexual orientation, or their color, whatever it is. You can't deny somebody. That's not allowed. All she said to me was, oh, I apologize, I'll go talk to her. And I'm thinking, is this like procedure? Aren't you supposed to do an incident report? Like, this isn't just some low-key little rude comment that was made to me. This is straight up discrimination. Like, this is kind of crazy and kind of intense. I was still in shock this entire time. Like, I was just like, what happened here? What happened? Like, I couldn't really even process at this point. All I knew to do was to whip out my camera because I was vlogging that day. I couldn't process it in the moment, and I had never had a situation like this happen to me before where I was discriminated against and refused trying on an item that was my size, but I was told clearly isn't my size. It was just like so weird and so messed up, you guys. Immediately I called the store back and I asked what like the customer service line is and if I could speak to the legal department because I wanted advice on what to do. And okay, like, I know in my heart that this is wrong. I don't know legally what is the deal with this situation, but I don't want to let this go. People being discriminated against due to various reasons is not okay with me. It's so crazy for me to think that people are still discriminated every single day due to appearance, sexual orientation, religion, race, whatever it is. It's something that people need to be ashamed of doing. People shouldn't be allowed to get away with this kind of thing, and me making this video and me making what happened to me and these other 2 people vocal and putting it out in the public hopefully affects some people enough to want to recognize what is wrong. I don't think that the situation needs much explaining. The words that came out of her mouth did that enough. And it's not something I really even want to discuss. It's not something that's really up for debate or going back and forth. I know what happened. The people who have seen this video are disgusted and shocked. Every single person from the Walmart team I've talked to has been extremely sorry and extremely shocked that something like this even happened in one of their stores. You guys commented on the video and you're like, holy crap, like what just happened? So obviously you guys know enough, like you have enough of a conscience to realize what happened is wrong, and I just want to make sure it doesn't happen to anybody ever again. And I know it will, but if I can affect like 1 or 2 lives, that's what's important to me. So what's happening now is I'm sending them the video, the footage I have, and like my statement on what happened, and I guess it's just gonna go from there. I just want justice for everybody, and being discriminated isn't okay, and for some reason by this point some people still haven't learned that, so they need to learn the hard way. I don't want this to turn into a giant spiel, but I just want you guys to know nobody has the right to discriminate against you, and if that happens, you need to be vocal about it and stand up for yourself, because not only are you standing up for yourself as a person, but you're standing up for human beings in general. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me any comments down below or situations that you've had that are similar. I'd love to know your stories and read up on what you guys have been through. Connect with you on that level. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure you go ahead and do so, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah.